friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. I'm so excited. I didn't think I would be able to film with this until next week because I'm going out of town in 2 days, but it got delivered today. I have the new Melt Cosmetics Muerte palette. I can't even express to you enough how excited I am. When this palette, like just this whole collection launch dropped, or was getting announced I should say, I was so excited. I haven't been this excited about a palette in such a long time. I fell in love with this color story. Look how beautiful this is. I just love these rich berry red tones with these bright tealy turquoises and these blues in the middle. This is so beautiful and well thought out. This whole collection in general was well thought out, but I knew I could not spend more than what I was spending on just the palette alone. So I left everything else alone, but the palette, this specific palette, is what stuck out to me the most. Oh, it makes my heart skip a beat, and I can't wait to play with it, and I'm so excited I get to play with it today. I can't wait. This palette was a whopping $58, which is a lot, I know. Technically, it's not at the cap of what I'm willing to spend on a palette. I can't see myself ever exceeding $60, but it was very close to my cap. But this was a present to myself, from myself, and I'm really excited to play with it. I have the Melt Cosmetics Gemini. That was actually a gift from one of you guys, and I'm so eternally grateful. And I'm really excited just to play with their formula again. I'm so blown away with the Gemini, and now I'm excited to play with this one. They're roughly the same in size, but this one is just the tiniest bit thicker than the Gemini. This feels pretty heavy. It's very, I don't know, quality. You know what I mean? I'm just so excited. I'm gonna try my best to correctly pronounce the names in this palette because I don't want to be insensitive, but I also do not speak Spanish, so give me a little bit of a break, but I will try my best. I don't know what I'm going to create, but I'm going to zoom you guys in. I'm going to prime my eye with my Sigma eyeshadow base and Ignite. I'm not going to set it. And we're just going to get started. I have a feeling I'm going to play with most of these colors, just because I can't decide. All right, hello. I'm so excited right now. You guys don't even know. I'm going to go in first with Lagrimas. Again, I don't know if I'm pronouncing these right. I'm trying my best. I'm gonna pop this in the front portion of my crease and just really blend this upwards. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take Duelo. Goodness gracious. I feel like you guys are gonna roast me, but I'm really trying to pronounce these names. I'm gonna take that darker one, and this is an e.l.f. crease brush. It's small, and I just want that focused kind of right here in the front. And then I'm gonna use a bigger brush too. Swirl that brighter turquoise out. I'm going to take my Kaleidos S2 and then go right back in with that first shade that I grabbed. Just take a little bit more of it and just start really swirling it above that shade. I want this to really overtake a lot of my upper crease, but mostly focused in the front. They're blending like butter so far. I had the same experience with the Gemini palette, so really hope everything goes super smooth with this one, especially for the price. I'm so excited. All right, I'm gonna jump around a little bit, and now I'm gonna take Veloria, the dark burgundy color, and I'm gonna take my Kaleidos S5. And this I'm gonna pop underneath by my lower lashes. This shade I want specifically in the outer corner. I don't want it to go all the way across. That's so deep and pretty, holy cow. Love that. And now I'm going to take Sangre, and I'm going to take my Spectrum, what are you called, A12. I'm going to tap off the excess. And I'm just using a very, very light pressure. I'm holding the very end of my brush because clearly these reds are very pigmented. Taking this shade all the way across and just blending downward just slightly as I get to the outer corner. Not going too crazy with this. And now I'm going to take this ColourPop E2 and I'm going to take Corazon. That means heart, I think, or love, or something like that. I think it means heart. I don't know. I'm going to just blend this out underneath my lower lash line. And I'm cool with bringing this down pretty far, but I am only taking little bits at a time. Just because I want it to be in my control. I don't want it to take control over me, you know? I literally haven't been this excited about a a release in such a long time. Like, there's things that catch my attention and things that I like and enjoy and I'll still buy. But I've been thinking about this palette non-stop ever since it first got announced. And I was so sad when I thought I was going to have to wait until Black Friday to buy this, but then they had their little secret 24-hour sale and I jumped on that. Oh, I can't wait to play more with... I'm already playing with it and I'm already thinking I can't wait to play with it again. I feel like that's a good sign. This just inspires my creativity. Again, I'm keeping a lot of the focus in the outer corner. I am dragging it down pretty far, but it'll balance out when I get back to the lid and stuff. I'm jumping around a lot, I know. I just kind of wanted to get the front and the outside, and then I'm going to work on the connecting portion. Okay, let's move on a little bit. Let's see. I feel like I want to take Noche Eterna, and yeah, I'm going to take that one on this Morphe E17. And I want to press that in my outer corner. I feel like this will be a good merger between that really dark burgundy and into the more turquoisey color. So I didn't want the burgundy and turquoise to necessarily touch because they are green-based and red-based, and those are complementary. So I didn't want to risk them muddying out. So I feel like this is the perfect merger. And I mean, that's kind of how the palette's set up. I feel like they make it pretty obvious that that's what they would like you to do if you use the colors. But just in case you didn't understand color theory, there's a little inside scoop. I do have a color theory series on my channel if you haven't seen it and you're curious about how colors play together. Just slowly building this up. These are very pigmented shadows, so I'm just going in little bits at a time and just layering it and building it up until I'm happy. I'm going to take the brush that I was using with the Corazon shade, the brighter red, just a tiny bit of it, just to again help buff and blend this outer corner. And now I'm going to take the brush I used first with Duelo, that darker teal, and I'm going to just make sure that the blue and those teals are kind of connecting. Using very light motions again. Just trying to help blend out the tippy top of this blue without trying to disrupt my reds. I'm trying to use lots of specific placement in this look. But at the same time, I still want it to look very blown out and just grungy and colorful. I'm going to take the brush I used with Lagrimas, the brighter of the turquoise, just to again help buff and blend. I'm going to take the brush I used with that blue, no additional product. And I'm just kind of going back and forth between my blue and teal brushes, just blending upwards until I like the fade. And I'm really liking it. I think it's coming out so nice. I'm going to take my brush I used with that Velorio shade, the darkest burgundy, just to repress some down here to make sure that outer corner stays very dark. And again, I'm just going to kind of go back down the line with my brushes again with just a teeny bit of product with these reds, just to make sure that everything is looking how I would like it to. I love seeing this red blown out on my lower lash line. It just makes me so happy. I still have more lid space. I'm going to play with those shimmers. I can't wait. This is what happens when I can't decide what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do everything at once. All right, I'm going to do some half cut crease action now. I know, it's so typical. But I want to take the... Ooh, did you just watch me whap myself? That's very fluid of me. Kalaka, I believe is how you pronounce that one. I'm going to take that one and pop that on the top of my half cut crease, and I want to fade it down. I want to try to fade it down into Angelito towards the front and then Katrina towards the outside. I know that sounds very convoluted, and it is. I will show you what I want to do. Alrighty, using my MBA Cosmetics Glitter Primer. This is my favorite one for half cut creases because it leaves my base sticky for the shimmers to really sparkle on, and it also helps remove the makeup underneath, so it just creates a really nice, clean surface to work with. Taking a flat brush is key for cut creases. I'm just taking it right above my natural crease just because that's what I prefer for my eye shape. That's what works best on me. That's what creates the most long-lasting looks for me. Because then the shimmers won't transfer onto my crease. Just dragging it around and stopping it right about where those blues really deepen. And I'm going to dip into that shimmery white first. So pretty. And I'm going to take that just directly at where my cut is. I really like doing this because it creates a little bit of a negative space kind of effect if you have a really light shade right at your cut crease. I'm going to take my brush and just make sure that crease stays nice and clean. I'm going to flip the same brush over and I'm going to dip into Angelito, that more shimmery teal. And I want that to be in the front half of my lid, underneath the white. So I'm just going to go until about halfway across my lid. I know this is so precise and probably annoying, but I'm just trying to be artsy, you know? Again, I'm going in just a little bit at a time just so I can make sure I'm the one in control. I don't want the shadows to control me. I'm just going to flip over both sides of the brush just to make sure that those mesh well. And now I'm just going to take a pencil brush just because I don't have a third side to that brush. I'm going to take Katrina the Shimmery Blue. And that's going to get packed on the outer half of this lid and just mesh into those mattes in the outer corner. I love playing with multiple shimmers on the lid just because it can create such a cool effect. Now I'm just going to go back in with the brush I used with all these shades and just kind of lightly smush and press until it all looks good. And I mean, that looks pretty good to me. I'm pretty content with all of this. It's behaving quite well. I'm going to take that white again and just highlight my inner corner with it. It's such a pretty color. I bet I could highlight my face with this and it would be really pretty. I'll have to try that sometime. I already highlighted my face though, so I feel like it wouldn't be fair to try it right now. Ooh. Guys, look how pretty this is. I feel like art. I used every shade too except Pantone, so that's cool. I am going to repeat this on the other eye. I'm going to pop something in my waterline, something on my lips, my lashes, all that good stuff, and we'll chat some more. All right, this is the final look. I feel so good in this look. I think it's so pretty. I feel just so inspired by this palette. I want to just keep playing with it. I wish I did not have to go to work because I literally just want to wipe my makeup off and play with this palette all day long. I love it so far. I know it's just a first impressions, but so far I am quite impressed. This was a really good release. This is one of my favorite releases for the year, I feel like. And I know that's a bold statement to say since I've only used it once, but I don't feel like anything else got me this excited and I'm just so ready to play with it again. I will be doing an eye swatch video and I'm also going to do a 3LX1 palette very soon. Just stay tuned for that. I'm really excited and I guess that's really all I have to say. I could keep gushing forever if you will let me. My lashes are the Electra lashes from Rouge and Rogue. In my waterline, I went with... I didn't put anything in my waterline. Hold, please. Okay, I'm back. Crisis averted. I ended up putting the LA Girl Fiery Lip Pencil in my waterline. On my lips, I went with the Berry Me from Dose of Colors. It matches those tones on my lower lash line so beautifully, I think. And yeah, this is the final look. What do you guys think of this palette? Do you have it? Do you want it? Did you get the other one? Did you get anything else in the collection? I just want to hear your thoughts. Is anyone else as excited about this as me? Probably, because this is a bomb release. If you made it to the end of the video, leave some kind of floral emoji. I just think that's the most appropriate one to pick. And if you enjoyed it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're not already, please hop over to my Instagram. It's beautbean. Follow me there. I post every single day, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm posting most days here as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.